Okay. Thank you everyone for coming. Okay. And again, we'll do the same thing that any questions you can maybe put up a message on the Cipher Souls. Okay. And fantastic. This is one of my favorite topics. And why? Because once when Manisha was doing a regression on me, okay. So what happened is I went to one of my lives where I told her I'm a healer, but I'm a Bhakt of Kali. I'm a follower of Kali. So and things happened over there, whatever, and it gave me a lot of answers in my life in this life of how to handle healing and stuff like that, healing modalities and everything. But the best part was when I came out of it, I had a big question mark within myself that how come a follower of Kali can be a healer, because whatever I've learned about Kali, whatever stories I've read, and whatever Kali Bhakts I've seen, no, basically in the movies and everything, they are more like giving sacrifices, making balis and things like that. So I said, how is a Kali Bhakt, how he can be a healer? What is so special? Uh, so I kept on looking and searching myself within, and my guides and everybody helped me up to show me the way why and how a Kali Bhakt or a follower of Kali and can be a healer, and how she is the biggest symbol of healing uh, we have we have ever come across. Okay, like in the previous chat about Ram, we saw that how Ram, even till today, how he stands so true to what he was then, and how much we can get to learn about from the character of Ram and the basics of Ramayana, how they are still till today, they come all true, and how useful it is for us in this life. So we'll start with the session on Kali now. So Kali, as all of you know, is one of the forms of yeah, is one of the forms of Ma Durga, the Shakti. Okay, so we all remember this word Shakti. She's a form of Shakti. Now, what happens is we also know that the demons she killed, okay, and this was very surprising for me to know when I was trying to look at all the forms of Ma, that the famous demons Nishub and Shubh and Nishub were born or created by Lord Vishnu out of the dirt collected in his ear. And from there, these two demons were born, and so on and so forth. The story goes. And then she comes across Durga is killing all these and having a great war and fighting all of them. And suddenly, Rakt Bij is born. Rakt Bij is a demon where whenever Kali tries to kill Rakt Bij, the the blood what falls and touches the earth, so more of them are multiplied, more of them come into rise. There is a very interesting part, because this is also valid very much in today's date, where we are facing all this virus and stuff like that. Okay. So this kept on multiplying and multiplying, and then Ma decided to take the roop of Kali, made her tongue so big that every time she used to cut off his head, whatever drops of blood were supposed to fall, she used to just lick it with her long tongue. Okay. And there is one more point which I will also write down so that I don't forget to discuss: the Hunkara. The sound what Kali used to make is so powerful that it can destroy armies and armies of enemies. Okay, so we must remember this. We'll talk about it in the end. So now, when I went inside and when I tried to discover how is Kali the biggest healer, so this is very very beautiful answers. What I got is and which has been proven in today's date, that all diseases are mostly psychosomatic. I guess all of us who are here to who are going towards more of spirituality, they will all agree that most of the diseases, and it is now being scientifically proven as well, that most of the diseases are psychosomatic. Psychosomatic is we create it in our mind, okay, and we end it here only. Yes. So this is what happens. This is what I learned, that every disease which I create in my life, okay, is born from within, is born from my consciousness only. Okay. And most of us, and most of these diseases are grown because of hearsay. What I hear in my house, if I hear that my father or my grandmother are having knee problems when they are 60 or 70 years old, so everybody in during that age will have knee problems. They will start saying, oh, even I have knee problem, even I have started feeling the pain in my knee, even I have started feeling the pain in my back. Okay. And this is something which is very, very, very common. So these things, hearsay, is what I learn, what I learn around me. This disease happens, this disease happens. If you don't eat like this, then this will happen. If you don't, if you drink and smoke, then this is going to happen. So everything I try to record in my memory. This is how my diseases are created. Very much true in today's date, when we hear so much about COVID. The more we hear, the more we hear, the more we are getting into it. The more and more people are falling sick. Okay. And just like Rakt Beej was created, who had so many forms and no end, in today's life is the same thing, that this COVID has been created, this virus has been created, which is a never ending form. It is, if not the Argentinian strain or the UK strain, then it is the Indian strain, and then something else will come up. Okay, we have a vaccine, but it does not work, or it works only 25%, or the vaccine also has side effects. So imagine, just like Nishub, Shubh Nishubh, and Rakt Beej, there are so many forms of these demons, the diseases we have created. Okay, in our current life, we have created so many diseases. Is all our thought process. All what we keep on thinking, oh, this must have, how am I going to do this? How am I going to be victorious? But in the same story where from Lord Vishnu's ear these demons were born, in the same story, there is this part which is called Shakti, the power within me. As soon as I enlighten that power within me, it can fight any disease, okay, physical or mental, which is troubling me. So any disease which is physical or mental can be fought by the Shakti, the power within me. That is why we call it Shakti, Ma, Shakti. Okay, the She inside me, or the Chi, the power of Chi, what they call. So as soon as these demons were created, so was the unimaginable, unbelievable Kali was created. Nobody can imagine a form of a woman, whereas in our scriptures, in our upbringing, in our belief systems, women are always considered to be number one, weak, very delicate, and third is not at all vicious, not at all vicious. Okay, and Kali had all these things, the opposite of all these things she had. She was strong, she was vicious, okay, and she was, when you look at her, you feel scared. Okay. So when I looked at Kali, the photos and the statues, there was again one thing very symbolic staring at me and trying to tell me that whatever these things, what Kali fought, okay, from where they are created is in the garlands of Kali. Kali has in the garlands head of all the demons she has slain and their fingers at times. Okay, now what does that symbolize? That whatever I create, whatever imaginations, negativity I create is always in my head. All right, so that is why she cuts the head and she puts it in a garland to show us that you are the one who's creating your own negativity. Okay, and where is the maximum karma which happens from which body part is our hands. Okay, so that is why the garland of the fingers is being worn by her all the time. Okay, and imagine the unimaginable. Rakt Beej was created, who had like, I mean, they could have in the weirdest of imagination, nobody could first of all feel that this kind of a demon can be there. Okay, and then we cannot believe that how we are going to end it, and she devised from her own self. She did not use any external help. Okay, all what is within me. So when I want to use, I can make the most delicate of my body part, which is my tongue, okay, can help me come out of it. Now there is, besides everyone who is a foodie over here, besides eating lovely food, the tongue is also used for one more thing, for talking. Okay, so when we watch our imagination, okay, when we consciously watch what we are creating in our head, and when we consciously try to not create those negative karmas, okay, and we use our tongue in the best form, when we use our tongue in the best manner, okay, lots and lots of issues in our life, such as big diseases, can be easily sorted. Okay, everything is within me. Everything is within me. Okay, somebody's mic is on. If you can please silence that. Okay, yeah, I got it. Okay, so three things. Okay, one is what I am creating from my head. I should take notice of that. Everything, every problem, every disease which I am creating is coming from my own imagination, from my own psychosomatic system. I am the creator. Okay, then I convert it into karma. Okay, a lot of people have diabetes and all that, is they know that diabetes is not good, but from the fingers they will start eating everything. And then with my tongue I can create good things, good karmas for myself. So all the three symbolic to what Kali is in today's life. And one more point, very important point, because I see a lot of women coming over here, and I forgot to discuss it in the soul contract thing, is when a soul is born maybe 100 times as a man, then and then only he has an option to be born as a woman. Okay, so that is why the women are the stronger souls. They are the Shakti in our lives. Okay. Okay, so Kali is the one who resides within me, who resides within all of us. Okay, the Shakti resides in all of us. And it is only when I recognize this Kali, it is only when I pay my respects to this Kali, this Shakti, and follow what she's all the time showing me, all the time demonstrating to me, can we get rid of all our physical and mental, emotional ailments. It is as simple as that. No matter how complicated or how hard the disease is, okay, there is always a solution, because I am the one who's created the illness, the disease. The human consciousness has created it, and the human consciousness can only outrun it. The human consciousness can only win it. And this is what is happening in the present situation to us. Lot of times there are so many messages coming about the virus which is troubling everybody, the COVID and everything. From where did it come? How did it come? How dangerous it is? How many forms it is coming out with? Okay. So we can consciously make a strong commitment in our mind to being healthy, watch our karma at being healthy, okay, and use our tongue to send those vibrations inside and outside both, so that these kind of things do not take place and can be stopped from growing so further. Now there is another very beautiful thing which we were talking about, the which I said I will talk about the hunkara of Kali. So in not a lot of scriptures, but in only some of the scriptures, it is written and it is said that the powerful hunkara, the when the sound she used to make, it was it used to kill huge armies together. Just by the sound, it used to be so dangerous. So what is this sound, and how can we use it in our daily life? So there was this beautiful practice which I had learned, and the sound is only hum sa 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 sa. If you do something like this every day, practicing, but coming out from down below, going up, and then using this sound, it helps you a lot. The sound of hum, which we use, it's like a sound of om. It helps you a lot to pull your power up. Okay, always remember that the power of she, okay, or chi, whatever you may call it, is very strong, is very strong. Then I discovered one more thing. I said, okay, yeah, this is Kali we are talking about, and Kali, the physical ailment I'm talking about. What about my financial ailments? What about my financial sufferings? Because see, a lot of times in today's date, people go through hypertension, blood pressure, okay, all these ailments, which can happen to anybody who's living a very healthy life. No, I have had a lot of people I know around me who've been leading a very healthy life, and they have just suddenly passed away. So how does this thing happen? So there was one which is a very big what we call a very big problem, you can say, in our lives, is the financial problem. A lot of people suffer from that problem, that disease of not being successful, and that creates a lot of physical ailment in their body. Okay, no matter what, how healthy they eat, how health wise they do take care of themselves and all that. So I said, what about that disease? How is that disease correlated to Kali, and how can that be sorted out? How can that be sorted out with the Shakti? So it is the same thing. No matter how big your problem, your financial problem is, okay, or no matter how tough you are facing, not to be able to kill the financial demons which are surrounding you, okay, there is always a way. And again, the whole thing points out to the Shakti. And where does the Shakti reside in our body, in our chakras? Where is the storage? Where is the powerhouse? what we talk about, where all our Shakti resides, the Kundalini. Okay, you can say it is all in the Mooladhara chakra. Okay, we always say the Shakti has to rise from down and up. So again, it points out to the same thing, that this is what you need to use. You need to increase your Shakti. You need to make it rise so much that all these things can disappear. Okay, so again, the same thing comes into effect, is that no matter how powerful, strong, or unbeatable I think my financial problems are, which do not let me grow. Okay, my financial situations, my thing is, oh, boss is troubling me so much, I don't know how to escape and everything. Okay, so what do? Is I look back inside me, I make use of my Shakti. Okay, and I make it rise so much, I make it rise to that point where things start to change for me. I'll give you a very small example. A lot of times, and this you must have all of us have felt this, no? Lot of times we enter somebody's house and we feel very comfortable. We feel very, we say, very warm people, very warm welcome they gave us. No, we always say that. Or we meet a person who's very friendly, and just in 10-15 minutes we are just talking ourselves with them, and we are very free to talk and everything. So what happens? How is it? What is the different thing what they are doing? It's just that there, that kind of energy is very open. Okay, some people, for them making money is so easy and so simple, and for some it is a very big struggle. So what happens? Okay, in that case also the energy level is what is working. Through the bank manager, two people go, one having the same credentials. To one, the bank manager says, yes, I will give you the money, because that is what banks do. To the other, he will say, no, I still have doubts on your capability of repaying me. Okay, so what happened? The other one did not shave, or did not put enough perfume, or was not well dressed, or what happened? Nothing of the sort happened. One was open to receiving it, one was close to receiving it. Always remember, this is another point we must always remember. There are two things in life which, no matter how hard we try to get, we will never be able to get it. We will never be able to be successful in getting them. One is love, and the other one is money. Okay, now we have all grown hearing about hard work. If you work hard, you will get money. Yes or no? And there is another thing we've always been, if I dress up well, if I'm beautiful, if I'm handsome, I will get a good boy, I will get a good soulmate or mate or whatever, no, husband, wife, whatever. Okay, but this thing never happens. This never practically happens. Why? Because these are two things in life. These are two kind of energies in life. Always remember, if I'm open to receiving it, it will come to me. If I go on looking for them, they will, I will never be able to achieve them. No matter how hard you work. Your neighbor's 18-year-old son will come, he'll say, oh, I bought Bitcoin 2 years back. My father gave me 1,000 rupees, I bought, and I'm a billionaire now. And you're still going for that 9 to 5 job. Because he's so open to receiving it. And we have only directed our energy, hard work will give me money, hard work will give me money. So we keep on working hard. And we keep on getting in trickles, trickles, trickles. Because that is our belief system. That is how we've decided. This is what we've put it in our head. This is the Rakt Beej and the Shubh Nushubh I have created in my head. Okay? That I'll keep on working hard. So the moment we change the direction, the moment we say, I am open to receiving it, we start getting it. Okay? There was some lady from Canada. I was attending the other day, and she said, okay, a lot of people gay tried to. I mean, her father also tried to give her money and stuff like that, but she says, no, no, I don't want it. I have not. Uh, I don't want it. I don't want money from other people. I said, don't do that, because how do you expect the universe to give you money in the solid form? Okay, please don't wait for one day Lakshmi coming and knocking your door and sending, here, this is a bag full of gold coins for you. Nothing of that sort is going to happen. Okay, so we have to be open to receiving money from everyone. Just like we talked about Ram, that Ram was able to recognize that help is coming in the form of Shabri, in the form of the Garud, in the form of Hanuman, in the form of whatever the Vanar Sena he had, and he accepted that. So exactly the same way, we have to be open to always two things: love and money. This energy always comes to you. You cannot go looking for it. We will never be successful. Okay, and earning money or making your financial issues disappear is the same like Rakt Beej. Lot of people they say, and they have, it is of us also, a lot of people might have uh, felt these things, that when I'm going down, what we call luck, okay, and the very intelligent pundits will tell you, oh, this is your Sade Sati, or this is your Kalp Sarp Yog, and things like that. And every 50-60 years they come up with a different problem to scare you and try to sort it out for you. Okay, but everybody has different form of working, so let's not get into that. So we see that when one problem starts, I'm going deeper and deeper and deeper into it. I say nothing is working. No, firstly, I had an old car. I didn't have the money to buy a new one. Now the old car is also giving me trouble. I cannot go out to work. If I don't do this, how will I get money? How will I make money? How will I pay the banks? How will I pay the loan for my house? Or how will I pay my rents? How will I pay my school fees of my kids? So everything is the same, like every drop of that Demon Rakt Beach, it is falling and it is creating more problems. It is falling and it is creating more problems. It is falling and it is again and again creating more problems. All right. So what do we do in that case? We in that case look at Kali and be that Shakti. Recognize the force within me, myself. Bring out that force. You know, the best amazing thing about when I was talking about Kali throughout, I mean, with myself, I said, if Vishnu created, why didn't he come and fight it out? Okay, if Vishnu created, he could have just said, okay, I'll do it myself. But he wanted to tell us that no Vishnu will come. It is the Shakti within me which will fight the demons I have created from my consciousness. Okay, so that is the reason he created the Shakti. He said, this is Shakti. And because we are human beings, to explain what is Shakti, he said, this is your Shakti. It can be so powerful, it can be so strong, okay, and it can be so vicious that you can never imagine. Otherwise, my wife is the Shakti in my house. She's sitting dormantly, very nice, beautiful, very well dressed with the makeup and everything. She's sitting nicely. But when the time comes to wake that Shakti up, she can take any form. So the Shakti within me, okay, which is always nice and silent and dormant, when I need it, it can take that form to kill any Rakt Beej I have created consciously. Okay, so everything is within me, and cut that head which is creating that, which is keeps on telling you this is a problem, this is a problem, this is a problem. Cut the head of those problems. Cut the head of those problems. Cut the head, cut the fingers of those that which is creating that karma. Don't let that action be created by being scared. Don't let that action be created by being scared. And use the power of your tongue. Now, power of my tongue, what is it? Not that I'll go and have golgappas and I'll go and have mithai and things like that. Okay, let's eat. No, sometimes people do eat a lot in nervousness, but that doesn't mean that power of tongue you use here. The power of tongue, it means that what you say, what you speak, what you do, your communication, make that strong. That is why in our religion and in a lot of other religions, it's not just in Hinduism, lot of other religions, I think so, on all the religions, chanting, chanting, what we do, chanting, you'll see a lot of religions doing chanting, 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 chanting. Okay, what is chanting in today's date? I think so most of you have attended Manisha's classes of what she does, the workshops, sorry, not classes, workshops of self love, no? And then she's very beautifully, she'll keep the mirror. She'll say, I have a mirror here. I'm saying, I love you, Manisha. I love you, Manisha. I love you, Manisha. The neighbors come and ask what is happening in our house. But okay. So, what is it? Because I have to tell myself 100,000 times, million times that, okay, yes, I love you, because the whole life I'm growing is I'm growing only with one thought: do this properly, don't do this. How can you, look, your friend is doing it so nicely. So we lose confidence in us. Okay, and that is how the thing about chanting started. Okay, chanting was when I connect to the beautiful gods, when I will see, I will have a slight bit of a reflection of theirs, those mantras will slightly work on me myself. Okay, we will talk about chanting in detail in one of the talks maybe. So this helps my tongue is going to create new thoughts, is going to create new thought patterns. Use it, not just the tongue. Like I said, the most, see, the most delicate part of my body, Kali used it to to eliminate the whole problem. The most delicate part of your body. Okay, so you imagine you have the Shakti within you, you have your whole body, you just need to kill the consciously negative thoughts. Okay, the consciously negative karmas, what you're doing, actions, what you're doing, and everything, every problem in your life, no matter how big or how difficult it is, can just be cleared off like that, can just be disappeared from us, from our lives. Okay, so this is the wonderful experience I had with Kali. And this is the wonderful experience I use when I have healing request. And people sometimes say, and which I have experienced also, oh no, but I am living there and I'm sitting there, and how does this healing work? So even I used to think, how does this work? No, but the our consciousness is so strong. If we can create it, we can easily destroy it also. Okay, it's so strong. Trust me, if you can create it, you can destroy it also, uncreate it also, and create better stuff also. And we lot of times we people, because we are talking about finance over here a little bit. So a lot of times We make vision boards and we make what we call our books, where we write what we want in life and everything, and paradigms. I'm very I like doing paradigms, and I suggest to a lot of people do paradigms also. No, the create a picture what you see yourself in the future, no, 10 years, 15 years down the line, and it works wonderfully. But you know what is the best point to create all these things is, see, when you are happy, we don't think about all these things. But when you're angry, that is the time our maximum energy comes out. That is why, remember when I told you about Hunkara, I told you about the Shakti, the power comes out. Okay. So that is why whenever you are angry, okay, and we are all angry sometimes of the other. Okay. So whenever we are angry, whenever we are really, the anger is so much we cannot control it, that is the time when you should use your energy into creating good for yourself. Now you'll say, oh, how is it possible, how is it possible? So that is why I tell people to make that paradigm, make that photograph, which is very easy to imagine. Okay, so whenever you're angry, just imagine, just send your energies to that photograph, so that your true reality starts to shine. It reaches faster. The power of anger is very good for manifestation. That does not mean that you stay angry only throughout. Okay, everybody around you will disappear. Okay, but yes, to divert that energy into creating something more positive for yourself. Okay, just try and practice thinking of a picture, imagining what you want in life 10 years, 5 years down the line. And whenever you are angry, use that energy of Kali, that Shakti which is rising within you, the anger which is rising within you, use it for creativity. Okay, that is what she also did. Okay, that is what even she did. She used her creativity. She says, okay, let me cut his head. Before the, what will happen, the blood drop will drop on the floor. Before that, I will make my tongue and lick it off. Okay, so use that anger, that thing, into creating creativity, creating what you want. Okay, so follow the tips of Kali. Imagine her. What would she do if she is in this situation? And let the power within you rise. Let it rise, let it flow. Okay, let it come out. There is another very good point about Hunkara. When I learnt about Hunkara, what does the Hunkara, because we just spoke about it, and because I have asked you guys not to ask the question, so I will answer what it comes to. So when what does the Hunkara and destroying of the armies signify? Now in my therapies also, a lot of time I tell people to take out their emotions, let their emotions flow. Whatever they want, they should speak out. And I tell them a few practices to do, so they can speak out their emotions out. A lot of times when they come to us, or whenever you are uh, maybe your partners, your therapist are the best, you have a lot of confidence, but there are still some things which you cannot on a daily basis try to take it out, no, try to speak out. Okay, so Ma also taught us that verbally you should let all these out before this army of negativity, these armies of all these enemies comes and starts attacking you physically and mentally and trying to reside within you. Speak up. Okay, open your throat chakra, speak up from your Mooladhara, take out the Shakti, speak up, be verbal to take all these things out, don't keep it inside. Okay, So speak, take it out. Don't let it be inside. Okay. And one of, I'll tell you guys, one of the easiest way to do that is people who have the bathroom door of wood, they can go inside the bathroom, keep their hands like this, spread their feet, and speak to the bathroom door whatever they want. Whatever they cannot talk about their wives, maybe she's not made good food, but you had to eat it, and tell her, yeah, wow, it's very lovely. Okay, whatever you could not say to anybody in your office, to your boss, to your father, to your mother, to anybody, whatever you could not take out your frustration on, you could not speak up that time, speak to the door. Okay, then once you're done your speaking, come out, and though don't enter the bathroom for the next half an hour. Okay, now the wooden door is important because wood has the power of absorbing, so it will absorb all the negativity you're trying to take out. Okay, and then the best part about wood is it doesn't have a tongue, so it will not go and tell anyone. It's not then after that my wife comes in the bathroom and the wood says, oh, you know, he came and he told this is about you, so you don't need to worry about that. Okay, so your darkest secrets, your darkest of the emotions which you cannot express to anyone, you can do it to it. Okay, a lot of people say write your thoughts and everything, but people are scared somebody reads my diary, somebody has this and that. This is the best way to do it. This is the best way to take out your emotions. They say, and I will tell you this, we have nowadays occurrence in our body, especially women are suffering from a lot of hidden diseases, no, which cannot be seen outside the body. Lot of diseases, thyroid, breast cancer, and this is what we call here, we call it myomas, tumors, in the uterus, in the stomach area and all that, which cannot be seen from outside the body. Why? Because women have to hold a lot of emotions within themselves. Okay, they cannot freely speak out. Okay, so before, I mean, I don't remember in my grandmother's era, God bless her soul now. In my grandmother's era, there were so many cases of thyroid and breast cancer and everything. Nowadays, we have more of these occurrences. Why? Because they are not letting the emotions out. Okay, they're not letting the emotions out. For men, it is all the more problem. Men to have these brain tumors are so recurring. I have lost a few friends because of that. From morning to evening, they are gone. Okay, because again, they cannot speak out. So speak yourself out. Do the hunkara. Express yourself so that you can kill the armies and huge armies of all these negative emotions, which if you do not do, will enter your body and come out in the form of hidden diseases. From outside, you will look very healthy and nice and very handsome and very beautiful and everything, but from inside they will start to eat you. Okay, so be that true Kali Bhakt, but follow her part. Not just 9 days say, okay, today is the day of Kali, so I'll do her mantra and jap and then finish it off. Okay, this is to put it in my lifestyle. This is to put it into my practice, my lifestyle, my practice. That these are the things what I know is going to happen. Okay, not to listen because from here things are created. Not to listen, but not to, when you listen intelligently. So not to let this, तभी from the dirt of Vishnu's ears, कान की मैल से पैदा हुए थे. Okay, so if you hear dirty, these things can be created. And if you want to get sorted out, okay, cut the head. Cut the head that thinks all these things. Okay, cut the hand which does all these things. Okay, and if you are facing those problems still, then the Shakti is within you. Then the Shakti is within you. And no matter how weak or delicate you think you are, like even a tongue, it can help save the whole universe. Okay, so use that. Use every cell of yours to help defend yourself from every disease, whether it's mental or physical, financial, emotional. Such a beautiful thing, the whole image of Kali teaches us. And let your emotions out. Let your emotions out. Don't store them inside. When we don't like storing dirty things, old things in our house, okay, or in our storerooms, then why are we allowing ourselves storing dirty emotions, criticism, okay, other people's dirty thoughts about us? Why are we storing them within us? We should give it back to them. Okay, so do the hukara, take it out. Take it out. Don't store them inside you. Yes, you cannot speak out loud. Speak to the door or find any other way. But let it out. Let all these things come out. Okay. So I guess we are coming to the end of the talk. But yes, I wanted, if you guys can later on write, because I was thinking of doing two more chats about God. One was about Krishna, one was about Buddha. Okay. So if you would like me to do that, or I have been having a few requests about doing something about soul contracts again, because I guess a lot of people had doubts and questions to do about soul contract. So just leave a message on Cypher Souls only, suggesting what would be more interesting to you, everyone, so we can decide accordingly to that. Okay. And then yes, there was one more thing which maybe further down we can do, is about uh, the chakras. I want to do a nice chat about chakras, because I hear all these meditations and things like that about chakras, and even when I was trying to do a lot of experiments about chakra meditation and everything, so some were very fun, some were very confusing, unless I discovered a very simple way of how to do chakra meditations. And because we're living in Spain, so we hear such a lot of um, mumbo jumbo about chakras, and people talking all those things and everything about chakras and how to heal. There are very, very nice and sometimes weird ways and weird stories about how people try to do their chakra meditations, healings and things like that. So one talk I'll do about chakras also. So just leave your suggestions and comments so that I can maybe plan accordingly. And thank you all once again for coming for these chats. It helps me also to further